can I say that I'm a fan of Michael Bay? No, I can't. I can't say I'm a fan of Michael fucking Bay. I can't say that in the slightest. But I can say that I was really looking forward to this movie because A, the cast is freaking incredible. Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Anthony Mackie, Ed Harris, Rob Corddry, Ken Jeong, and Tony fucking Shalhoub. Where has this guy been? Where in the fuck has Monk been? And B, this is a completely true story. Okay, this is a movie that if you guys don't know, Michael Bay has been wanting to make this movie for like 12 years. I'm completely serious. This is like his passion project. Like, seriously, he's been trying to get this movie off the ground for 12 years, and he finally really wanted to tell the audiences what really happened while putting a dark comedic tone to it. It seems like people are completely split on this film. It has about like a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Yeah, that tells you right then and there that this movie is completely split. It's either you absolutely love it, or you absolutely hate it. There are people who are saying that this movie is completely offensive to all the families that had their loved ones killed, and, you know, it's offensive to the Tony Shalhoub character who's like a real person, and yada 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 or whatever. But I just gotta say this, I fucking loved Pain and Gain. I'm as completely shocked as you are. I've said this, I don't like Michael Bay. I don't like the guy at all. I still don't really like the guy, but I really have to give him a round of applause for this film because this movie was so ambitious. I just gotta say this right now, this is the definition of a fucked up movie. But that's the point. And people are saying that you're supposed to sympathize, that the movie tries to make you sympathize with these characters. Not true. Not at all. From the very first fucking reel of the movie, these people are idiots. And the whole movie is reminding you that they are fucking idiots. And the dialogue is reminding you that they are fucking idiots. There are subtitles that are on the freaking movie screen that are telling you, hey, they are fucking idiots. It's the point of the movie. They are idiots, and I found it completely engrossing and intense and completely interesting. I loved this movie. Does it have its problems? Yes, there are some, typical Michael Bay jokes in this movie that didn't, work for me. Rebel Wilson isn't funny. She still is not funny to me. I really don't like her. And there is this stripper character in this movie that I know Michael Bay wanted to make it, as true as possible. Because, everything that pretty much happens in this movie revolving the crime happened. I'll get into it later, but there is this stripper character in this movie that is so unnecessary. Her story makes absolutely no sense, and above all, the actress sucks. And I thought all of her scenes should have been cut out, and my other problem was that it was a little bit long. Other than that, I thought the pacing of this movie was fantastic. I was never bored. My eyes were always glued to the screen, and I was just so interested by all these characters. Did I like these three main characters played by Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Johnson, Anthony Mackie? No. But did I love their performances? Absolutely. I loved almost everybody in this movie except Rebel Wilson and the stripper. Alright, let's go into the performances. Mark Wahlberg gives one of his top 5, maybe even top 3 best performances of his career. I'm not even kidding. I thought he was fucking fantastic in this film. He really, this movie really is a character study if you think of it, and mainly because of him, because, pretty much everybody in this movie who shows up, even Ken Jeong for like 5 seconds, I'm not even kidding, narrate the movie, but he's narrating the majority of the movie, and that really puts you into the mind of this character and show you how really fucking psychopathic this guy is from the very beginning and until the very, very end. And Mark Wahlberg does a phenomenal job in this movie. Seriously phenomenal. And Dwayne "The Rock," scratch that, Dwayne Johnson, because I take him seriously as an actor now. Holy shit, was Dwayne Johnson probably my favorite person in this movie. Not only was he funny, but when it came to the dramatic and intense scenes or sequences in this film, he was so good, and he was so convincing. If you were to tell me like 2 years ago, hey, Dwayne Johnson's playing a Jesus freak bodybuilder who has a cocaine addiction, I would have been like, what the fuck? But I see this movie now, and I have to say, he totally hit it out of the park. Or out of the gym, if you want to make a pun. But Dwayne Johnson was so good in this movie. I thought he was phenomenal. And Anthony Mackie, he had some of the movie's funniest moments, but I also really loved him in this film. I did sort of feel bad for his character, because his character was sort of the guy who was sort of like pushed in by Mark Wahlberg. It was like very much peer pressure. I mean, it was definitely his fault, and he was an idiot for choosing to do what he did with Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne Johnson, but at the same time, peer pressure's a bitch. And Anthony Mackie's character is a prime example for that. And going on to everybody else, Tony Shalhoub, so great in this movie. Ed Harris was really good. Who else showed up? Rob Corddry was very good to see in this movie. And, you know, Ken Jeong's little cameo I really dug. And what else about this movie? The cinematography I really dug. I really liked all the different cameras that Michael Bay used. I know a lot of people are bugged about that, but I thought it was very good. I think tonally, his most ambitious movie to date. Obviously, this is his most, like, abstract movie ever. And I don't think he's ever going to make a movie this good as Pain and Gain. I think this movie is just works on so many different levels. I know, you know, comedy is a very divisive thing. It's either you love this, love a certain type of comedy in a movie, or you don't. And I love most of the comedy in this movie. Like, I'd say about over 90% of the comedy, I was laughing so hard in this movie. It's definitely the funniest movie of the year, but on a different level, I think it works just to show you how fucked up this crime was. And I was, like I said, I was interested the whole way through, and holy shit, was the movie edited really, really well, and the soundtrack, so good. Michael Bay did a hell of a job directing this movie, because, let me just tell you, the third act of this movie, or the beginning of the third act, is so fucked up. Like, I'm not even kidding when I say it is so fucked up. And I know some people might find that to be a good thing or a horrible thing. And I found it to be a great thing, because he didn't hold back once. And I haven't been disturbed by a movie in this long. I can't even think of the last movie I was really that disturbed by. Pain and Gain, the third act of Pain and Gain disturbed the shit out of me. And it was supposed to. And it definitely succeeded at that. And holy shit, does he know how to build up tension in this movie. I mean, when you have C&C Music Factory's Everybody Dance Now playing during a death scene, it reminds me of the scene from Boogie Nights with Alfred Molina throwing the firecrackers and Sister Christian's playing. It's so reminiscent of that, and it totally works in this movie. Holy shit! It's like, whoa! And the third act is so fucked up, and it makes you hate these characters even more, just despise them, but it's still just so interesting to watch, to me, and it's so good. It's such a good movie. This movie is really a cult classic. I'm just gonna say this right now. Just, you know, looking at the split reaction this movie has, that people either love it, or really, really like it, or really, really hate it, this movie really is a cult classic. It has all those elements. It has goofy humor and really dark, suspenseful, and fucked up moments like Tarantino movies do, or early Paul Thomas Anderson movies do, and it just worked so well. I'm going to give Pain and Gain a 9 out of 10. Fantastic performances, great cinematography, really, really awesome direction. I don't care. I loved it. I love it. Oh my god, Pain and Gain, see it. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, I'm going to tell you that right now, but holy shit, is it one hell of a watch. I loved the hell out of Pain and Gain. Thank you for watching.